With friends like these, who needs enemies? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most savage Golden Girls moments. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the disses, burns, and comebacks that any of the 4 lead characters has said to each other.
I could vomit just looking at you.
Number 10, the prostitution cheap shot.
I'm sure that we could settle this matter to your satisfaction.
Forget it. I happen to be a married man.
People often think that little old ladies are the sweetest people around, but that couldn't be more wrong in the case of Sophia Petrillo. Arguably the most venomous of the bunch. Even when she's trying to be helpful, she just can't help but get a dig in. Case in point, after the other ladies are wrongfully arrested and jailed for prostitution, she comes to the station to bail them out. Sophia knows they're innocent, and her reasoning is so savage when she declares,
I know that. I can't believe these dumb cops would think anyone would pay money to sleep with you.
damn. Number 9, the slut cut.
That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Which proves my first impression of you was right.
The Golden Girls are always honest with each other no matter what, even in cases where it's best to tell a little white lie to avoid hurting another person's feelings. But it wouldn't be funny if they did that.
Then how come your name isn't Big Dummy?
Well, there were already 3 other people in town.
While talking about first impressions, Blanche asks Rose what she initially thought about her. So Rose gives her this brutally honest answer.
I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut.
It obviously hurt Blanche's feelings, and it seems like Rose is about to correct it. But she instead twists the knife in further when she follows with,
I was wrong. You don't wear too much makeup.
Number 8, the perky bosoms jab. The ladies don't often have the same taste in men, but they aren't afraid to go low when it comes to love. When Sophia and Blanche find themselves in a love triangle with a Cuban cigar mogul, Blanche tries to seduce him when he's there to pick up Sophia.
Hello, Blanche. How are you?
You don't have cataracts, you tell me. Beat it, you 50-year-old mattress.
She mentions going to take a bath in barely enough water to cover her perky bosoms. And like the seasoned pro she is, Sophia retorts,
You're only gonna sit in an inch of water?
This burn has its intended effect, sending Blanche into a highly entertaining tizzy.
Ladies, let us behave in a more civilized manner.
Number 7, the too ugly to live put down.
Can't you see that the chain accentuates the many folds of that turkey-like neck?
The Golden Girls can play the dozens with the best of them. In one episode, Dorothy asks Blanche and Rose for advice about which necklace goes best with her outfit.
Well, that may be, but the pearls draw attention to the non-existent bosom.
Both of her friends proceed to point out every single flaw in her body in the most savage way.
To that huge spare tire. Jutting out over those square, manly hips.
But Dorothy takes it in stride and shows that she's the true insult master as she turns it back on herself. Coming from anyone else, it would have been too self-deprecating. But Dorothy pulls off a self-inflicted burn with confidence.
Why don't I just wear a sign that says too ugly to live?
Number 6, the dog years burn.
Unless I see you before then. I mean, if you wouldn't mind, maybe we could go out.
Blanche Elizabeth Devereaux is known for romancing many men. And despite how much the other ladies make fun of her about it, she always tells them of her conquests.
Gosh, I just don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, he is a little bit younger than I am.
She gives Dorothy the perfect bait after she shares her concern about her new boyfriend being 5 years younger than her. Instead of reassuring her friend, Dorothy takes the opportunity to throw down a savage burn.
And what, Blanche? Dog years?
The quick-witted insult is so dismissive of Blanche's delusion that she can't even respond to Dorothy's comment, and chooses to move past it. And we gotta be honest, it's an insult we can't wait to use.
However, I have decided to overlook that minor detail and succumb to the Vesuvius of passion that is about to erupt from me.
Number 5, the Mary Poppins dig.
Do you think Blanche has been picking on me lately?
Blanche is known for being a drama queen and for her fiery southern temper. Because of that, we often get some of the best jabs delivered in the most over-the-top way. Rose confides in Dorothy that Blanche seems to be mad at her. To prove her point, she says hi to Blanche, but instead of a simple greeting, Blanche comes after her whole life.
Must you always be so cheerful, you empty-headed Mary Poppins knockoff?
Poor Rose barely even saw it coming, but her confusion and Blanche's temper only make the scene that much more hilarious.
Let me know if you notice anything.
Number 4, the backless diss.
Oh, Cinderella's back from the ball and her 3 wicked roommates are jealous.
We are not jealous, Ma. We are angry.
Mother-daughter relationships can be a tricky thing to balance, especially when your mother is someone as feisty as Sophia. After Dorothy shows her jealous side, Sophia gives her some sage advice. She could have just stopped there, but then that wouldn't be the Sophia we know and love. So she follows up with,
Jealousy is a very ugly thing, Dorothy. And so are you in anything backless.
We cannot imagine getting dissed like this by our own mothers, but it sure is fun to watch. Number 3, another slut slight. There's something so chill about the way B. Arthur as Dorothy throws shade. While Dorothy, Blanche, and Rose are having dinner, Blanche insults another woman for flirting with the guy she's going after.
Look at the shameless way she's flirting with him.
When they call her out for being a hypocrite, Blanche insists that it's different for her to flirt.
I'm from the South. Flirting is part of my heritage.
Her reasoning confuses Rose, but luckily for us, Dorothy explains it. And after she says it, she literally sits back and sips tea.
Her mother was a slut, too.
What a boss. Number 2, the temple takedown.
The only thing they'll remember is the way you fall out of it.
Oh, Sophia!
If you ask people the color, half of them would say flesh tone.
Sophia!
It's pretty much a given that anytime Blanche brags about herself, there has to be someone there to take her down. While Blanche and Rose are discussing the flu outbreak that's going around, Blanche comments that her body is like a temple.
Oh, you don't have to worry about me, honey. I never get sick. I take very good care of myself. I treat my body like a temple.
Sophia's passing through in the background, and without batting an eyelash, she snaps back.
Yeah, open to everyone, day or night.
Her comparison is so cold and so Sophia that we can't help chuckling at the sharpness of it. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Every little girl goes through that ugly stage.
Ugly, yes, but this is ugly and fat. You'll have to excuse my mother. She survived a slight stroke, which left her, if I can be frank, a complete burden.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Better than anyone I know.
Number 1, the underwear insult. The Golden Girls has no shortage of disses about Blanche and her promiscuity, but there's never been a better burn than the one delivered by Rose. When Blanche says this,
Do you know what I hate doing most after a party?
Rose gives the most innocent yet savage answer of all.
Trying to find your underwear in the big pile?
The way she delivers the jab is so simple and so straightforward that it's clear it was just a slip of the tongue for her. Good shade is effortless. And with this line, Rose proves that she is a natural.
Cleaning up the dirty dishes, you twit.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.